Hey guys, I went to the coin shop today and I happened to pick up my 20th US Assay office round, so I figured now would be a good time to kind of talk about the history of this thing. So this is number 20, so my tube's finally complete and I probably won't be focusing on buying too many more of these, but they're pretty cool if you can get them at spot price or around spot price or just at normal generic 1 ounce rounds prices, because sometimes you can find somebody that wants them and they'll pay you a little bit more for them because of their history and because of kind of the controversial nature of this coin and the way that it was minted. Alright, so I've taken some of these out of my tube in order to show you the 4 different variants that I've been able to find of the 1 ounce round. There are bars, but for the 1 ounce rounds, these are the only 4 variants that I've been able to find. You might be like, whoa, there's only 2 variants there, which is how it would appear at first glance. And let's just, I guess, talk about the two designs on the front here. This one is an eagle. It's kind of diving. It's got a flag in the background, 1 troy ounce, 31.1 grams, 395 fine silver, trade unit. Right, so those two look similar. And then there's these two, which say all the same stuff, except obviously the image is a little bit different. There is a eagle, a more delicate looking eagle, holding a flag. And so you can compare those side by side. Those are the 2 different ones. But within these 2 types, they have a different flip. So one of them has a coin flip and one of them has a metal flip. So you can see if I turn this over, US Assay office is upside down. And if I turn this over, US Assay office is right side up. However, the backs or whatever are exactly the same. They have the minted from the US Strategic Stockpile Silver, formerly stored at US Assay Office, San Francisco, CC. And same with this one. And the CC in this case stands for Continental Coin, not Carson City, which obviously people that confuse these with United States products often think that that means Carson City. However, that's not true. And so you can guess, I guess, what the difference between these 2 are. One has a coin flip and one has a metal flip. So this one's upside down and this one's right side up. Pretty interesting. These were made by Continental Coin Company of California. Try saying that 5 times fast. If you look at it here, it says minted from US Strategic Stockpile Silver, formerly stored at US Assay Office, San Francisco. This one also says the same thing, formerly stored at US Assay Office, San Francisco. Both of these are 1981. I believe that's the only year these rounds were made. And that's where the trickery comes from, is that these aren't actually United States products. Instead, they're Continental Coin products that are using silver that used to be stored at the US Assay Office in San Francisco. So essentially, the US Assay Office was a branch that held the responsibility of kind of testing the coins from the United States each year to make sure that they met the specifications that would be required for them to become circulated coins. Like, you had to meet this purity, this weight, etc. in order to qualify as a coin that's eligible for circulation in the United States. But when we stopped putting gold and silver in our coins, all of a sudden the need for the assay office wasn't there anymore. And so the Defense Logistics Agency had over 165 million ounces of silver that it kind of didn't know what to do with. It was just stockpiling it and hoarding it. And then in the 1980s, when the Hunt brothers were trying to corner the market, they increased the price of silver by a whole bunch, right? And so basically the United States felt the obligation to kind of release some of its stockpile in order to help stabilize the fluctuating market price because it was rising so much. So what happened was Continental Coin, they bought a large quantity of silver from the Defense Logistics Agency and decided that they were going to make these coins or mint these rounds, and they wanted everybody to know that it used to be held at the U.S. Assay office, which has kind of led to this round's success because it's a good history story. It's a nice round. It's 3/9 fine silver. It weighs 1 troy ounce. It's properly labeled. It has a mint mark on it. It has all of the requirements. It has the year on it. It has all the requirements that you would want from a generic silver round in order for it to be like a legitimate round or whatever. But just wanted to kind of squash the idea, if you had it, that this was a US mint product. It's not. Although it has the same symbolism we have. It has the eagles just like we have, the stars and stripes. And it says US Assay Office on it, really bold and big. These aren't actually products of the US Mint. So yeah, figured I would talk about that a little bit and kind of celebrate the completion of my tube. I now have 20 of these. Anyways, super cool. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.